I have not talked about this topic in a while, but I came across a video of this Filipino girl that moved to Australia. And, she found her Australian boyfriend, and he's Caucasian. I'm all about bringing culture together. I think it's amazing. People are interested about the Filipino culture. I'm like, hell yeah, this is what it is. But I think I just drew the line when she posted a video of her boyfriend or husband. I don't know what they are now. And she captions it, "Hey, future kids, I've just secured your blue eyes and a better nose."
Why Filipina ladies want to have a white skin and golden hair with blue eyes, why they feel less with original pretty. So the reason why a lot of Filipinas do that, it's because in the Philippines, obviously I was born there, so I've seen everything, as in everything. I know what my people are like. So in the Philippines, if you have dark skin, you are considered poor or ugly. However, if you have white skin, you are considered rich or beautiful. And as for the hair, many of them, they want to look like a foreigner. Because in the Philippines, when they see a foreigner with blonde hair, blue eyes, and white skin, most Filipino are attracted or adores having white skin, blue eyes, and blonde hair. And sometimes they color their hair to have a different style, or maybe they have white hair so they want to have a change with their hairstyle or hair color. And also a lot of Filipina or Filipino, why they bleach their skin is, part of it is they want to look rich. Because in the Philippines, if you have brown skin or dark skin, you are considered poor because you have been working under the sun, you're a farmer. But if you have a lighter skin, you're either middle class or rich, and you will become popular, and a lot of people respect you and adore you.
Love yourselves. Don't worry about your nose. Don't worry about your fucking eyes. Christ. If someone doesn't like your nose and someone doesn't like your eye, someone doesn't like your skin color, well then great. Don't be with them. Why do you want to be with someone who doesn't like any of those features? Be with someone who likes those features. And if you don't like those features, then don't be with yourself.
Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. In case you're new here, my name is Maren.
And I'm Maureen.
Yeah, so in today's video, we're going to be reacting to anti-blackness in the Filipino community.
Yeah guys, this is such a bad situation that mostly we've witnessed it with half white, half Filipino children or biracial children of white and Filipino origins. You know, most of them gone ahead to reject their Filipino side, and furthermore, they only claim their white side.
But who can you blame in this situation? Let's just say white supremacy did a number on a lot of non-white communities, right? But what are we talking about? Let's watch this video and then we come back and talk about it. Remember, if you have not subscribed, kindly consider doing so and leave us a comment if you have anything to say. So let's watch and then we come back and talk about it.
Talk to me about growing up Filipino, because you said that for a while you had tried to sort of hide your Filipino heritage, wearing colored contacts, trying not to get too dark in the sun.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people can relate to that. Was there a singular moment where you said, "Fudge it, I'm out, I'm done conforming to the standards"?
Absolutely. I honestly think it wasn't actually, sadly not, until after high school.
My dad's Irish, my mom's Spanish. I can drink a lot and then I get fucking spicy.
Okay.
They really screwed up a lot of people around the world to convince people from so many backgrounds, so many demographics to hate themselves. And by being exposed to other people, convincing them that they're not beautiful. Ooh, they did a number on a lot of us. And that's why to this day, so many people are still bleaching. To this day, so many people are even willing to get their eye color changed because they hate themselves. Like, it'd be one thing if you just like the color, but if you're just trying to get closer to whiteness, it's never gonna happen. No matter what color you change your eyes to, no matter how much you bleach your skin, no matter how much you straighten your hair, you are never going to be white. So until you deal with that self-hatred, you're going to continue to destroy yourself from the inside out.
I have not talked about this topic in a while, but I came across a video of this Filipino girl that moved to Australia. And, you know, she found her Australian boyfriend and he's Caucasian. I'm all about bringing culture together. I think it's amazing. People are interested about the Filipino culture. I'm like, hell yeah, this is what it is. But I think I just drew the line when she posted a video of her boyfriend or husband. I don't know what they are now. And she captions it, "Hey, future kids, I've just secured your blue eyes and a better nose." And I know that this is an ongoing thing and I can't speak about someone's experience, but I remember when I was in school, this is the biggest thesis I have in one of my paper, and I did a lot of research and I read books and studies about it, especially things that has to do with colonial mentality in the Philippines and the ideation of whiteness, and not just skin color whiteness, but the idea of what whiteness can bring to the Philippines and the social status that can give you. A lot of Filipinos, when they look at someone who's white, they already correlate that to someone who's better, and better in a lot of aspects in life, like social standings, jobs. In one of the papers that I read, a lot of Filipinos subconsciously try to reach that level. It is not new. If you just go to the Philippines, go to any kind of store, every soap is whitening soap. Everything is all about making your skin whiter. Actors and actresses are revered for having more Eurocentric features, and if they're half white, oh my god, they're just, doesn't matter if they have talent or not, doesn't even matter if they can speak the language or not, they'll be a really famous Filipino actor. Besides the point, I know where the hurt is coming from, especially because a lot of those papers and books that I've read has talked about that. But I think the goal now, and I can't keep talking about the past, I just need to be able to talk about the present. And so the goal now is, like, especially my own personal goal, is to elevate me being Filipino, elevate me and my culture. I'm Filipino. Let me tell you why it's great being Filipino. And I wholeheartedly believe that. Why I speak so highly about this is because I grew up not feeling this way. And I have to be transparent in that with you guys. I grew up in the Philippines. I grew up with my parents telling me to not go in the sun so you don't look darker, to use likas papaya so that you can become whiter, to, you know, use stones. We had like these stones that we rub in our skin every day when we're taking a shower to like make us whiter. So even in the earliest stage of my life, I was ingrained that whiter is better. And that's not just in the Philippines. Look at Shay Mitchell. Look at Shay Mitchell telling a podcast interviewer that she's Spanish and not Filipino. And she, you know, she's from Canada. So it's not just in the Philippines. But what I'm saying is internal shame that a lot of Filipinos have when it comes to their skin color and when it comes to their looks needs to stop with the next generation. It could be with us or the next generation, because there's so many things great about being Filipino. There's so many things great about Philippines. Being in Canada alone, oh my god, like the Filipino parties, like just hits. The jokes, like I love being in a Filipino party. It's just so different. It hits different. It's so much more fun. It's wholesome. That's one thing that I always will just like embody. It's like being Filipino. It's just, oh my god. But it's just frustrating when it's just, you know, I don't give a fuck. Go make Asian babies. Like, I think they're beautiful. Oh my god, Asians are so beautiful. But just to make Asian babies because now you think they're more beautiful because they finally have a white filter on them, it's a slap. It's a slap in the face, and in a subconscious level, it's such an internal shame that you're teaching towards a lot of Filipinos. And the idea of being full Filipino is somewhat lesser than having a white filter on. That's where I draw the line. That's where I'm like, go fuck yourselves. Honestly, as Filipinos, I think we really deserve to love ourselves a lot more, to be proud of ourselves a lot more. We have so much to offer in the world. We have, we're a sleeping giant. The warmth that we have is so unparalleled. It's insane. And again, our parties are just, woo. So, love yourselves. Don't worry about your nose. Don't worry about your fucking eyes. Christ. If someone doesn't like your nose and someone doesn't like your eye, someone doesn't like your skin color, well then great. Don't be with them. Why do you want to be with someone who doesn't like any of those features? Be with someone who likes those features. And if you don't like those features, then don't be with yourself.
Okay, TikTokians, let's get into the sprinkle. Sidebar. I have cousins by marriage. 3 guys. They are half German and half Filipino. But as adults, they choose not to say that they're half Asian. They mostly identify as white. Now for Shay Mitchell and Vanessa Hudgens, they identify as Filipino sometimes, and sometimes they claim they're half Spanish. Maybe they do it for career reasons. But I've noticed growing up, if you're half white and Asian, you're either going to claim both or you're going to claim one. Olivia claims both. Then you have her, and you have Sweetie, and you have Naomi, to name a few, that claim both. And I find that when people are half black and Asian, they claim both ancestries without hesitation. Even people that are truly Latin and Asian claim both. Comment below for your thoughts.
So guys, welcome back. Let us know what you think about this video in the comment section. And you guys, you know, the first time I encountered Shay Mitchell was in the movie series called Pretty Little Liars. And you guys, let's just say there are some Filipinos who, even if you're a mixture of Filipino and something, let's just say they have such strong features that they cannot hide the fact that they're Filipino
or Asians.
But let me just say, I do understand why they lean towards being Spanish, and I'm asking myself, so for those who reject being Filipino and try to lie to people,
Spanish,
exactly, what is it about the Spanish community
that you know, makes you want to claim them so bad to a point where you are
denying
rejecting your heritage?
Or is it because they have similar features?
No.
I think it's easier for them to convince people that they're Spanish because they're ashamed of being Filipinos, because they feel like, I feel like they have similar features.
And then, you know, what really stood out for me was that Shay Mitchell, she's not the only one. Most of Filipinas, they really look for these agents to lighten their skins. You know, they don't want to be associated with they don't even want to go out in the sun because of the fear of becoming dark. And you know, when you look back to even here in Africa, colonialism, and when you look to America, slavery, you know, it's really just sad because these people, they've been worked on, and you can see how the effects till day.
And it's not only them, guys. When you talk about not wanting to go to the sun, you know, when you talk about buying bleaching products to, you know, lighten your skin, what community does that remind you of? Who have we come across who behaves in such exact similar manner?
Most black people do, but Indians they don't want to go to the sun because they don't want to be tanned.
And then you realize the kind of racism that goes on in this community. There's a clip where they talked about, in Filipino, dark skin is being related to
with poverty. And then, you know, that to make the matters worse, back in the days of slavery in Filipino, the people who are dark-skinned, they were related to those who were working in plantations, because they're really, really dark. I don't know if they were all Africans, but natives in Filipino who are really, really dark, they'd be made to work in the sun all day. So I think that notion, the Filipinos have carried that notion till date.
And it's really affecting their society, because there's something one of them said about, if you find a light Filipina, they really tend to get, it's like
favors.
They get a lot of favors. Job opportunities just come creeping in for them. They don't
whether
have to
they're
work
qualified
so hard,
or not, like
whether they speak the language or not.
Yeah, the light skin privilege there is real,
right? You know, Maureen, there's also another example where you find, if you look at passport bros, where they go to, a lot of them tend to gravitate towards countries like Philippines,
but
Dominican Republic. You know, you ask yourself, why is it that a lot of Filipinas would, you know, consider or choose to marry outside their race, outside their country?
Most of them usually make this joke, which is not really a joke, really. It's like what really happens. They say they want to enhance their genes. They want to enhance their genes.
Yeah, guys, so let us know what you think about this episode, because personally I feel like the anti-blackness that is being taught not only in America, not only in white communities, like I feel like this has been such an effective tool to the extent where it's working all over the world. You find that a lot of people are self-hating. When you find people have been born, even in Mexican communities, there's this guy Ricardo, I don't know if his name is Ricardo. He normally talks about these things. I think his name is Ricardo. He normally talks about these things where, even in the Mexican community, he says when you're born dark, the family, when a baby is born, brand new baby, the family gathers to see the
if it's light or
if it's light or not. If it's light, they say, I think we need to look for that video and bring it, you know, so that you can see how this has affected communities around the world,
which is such a shame. Because let's just take for the instance of Shay Mitchell, right? Well, Shay Mitchell. Let's just take the case of Shay Mitchell, right? Shay, I think for those who've seen Pretty Little Liars, the cast, there were 5 main characters, and Shay was one of them. And I personally thought that she was the one who looked more unique, because the other white girls, they looked all the same. Although I loved how the features each and every one of them had, I really thought she looked unique and she looked good, you know.
And then you ask yourself, where is that feeling of self-hate? Where did it come from? You know, you kind of ask yourself where that feeling came from, to a point where, you know, when you go to a podcast and you deny your Filipino side and you say you're half Spanish and half
consciously
white,
deny your Filipino side, and you know
and
very well there's evidence. Yeah, there's
You're
evidence
denying your
out there that shows that you're half Filipino. Your mother was half,
and
completely Filipino.
And the funny thing is that she has a famous Filipino aunt. How messed up is that? She has a famous Filipino
the internet
aunt
has
in the industry.
receipts. Oh my God! I think that she should count that as one of her most embarrassing moments on TV.
Right. So
on
guys,
the internet.
right.
And so, guys, you know, in as much as we like to blame things, which rightfully so, we blame it on colonialism and the rule of, you know, back in the day when the West was busy colonizing everybody. I think like right now, with the technological advancements, there's no excuse. We should start unlearning the things that we've been taught, and we should start unlearning how to hate ourselves.
Right.
And instead we should start learning how to appreciate ourselves.
Right. You know, in a long time ago, and you'd look at the only source of information used to be the media campaigns, television or radio.
Majority of the media was being controlled by the white person.
Exactly. It's where you found advertisement showcasing that if you're a white person, you're better off than black people, and it kind of distorted people of color and black people in a like demeaning manner, you know.
Right.
So right now there's no excuse, because you literally have examples of people of color and black people. You have them in high positions, you understand. You literally can find a role model just like a screen throw away. When you take your phone, you find your role model there. You find a person of color or a black person who is in a position of power, you know. So right now there's no excuse for saying that you're self-hating because of white supremacy or because of indoctrination.
Although also it's very, very tricky, because, you know, if you've grown up in a system where you've been constantly abused because of your skin color, or you've been constantly told, it's like you're being indoctrinated to hate yourself. You've been constantly told that black is not beautiful. I feel like it's tricky to unlearn that.
That's true.
If you explain it like that,
I do see where you're coming from, because even with this level of exposure, you look at Indian communities, especially people who live in India, you know, where in Bollywood they don't have a representation of the black people, dark-skinned people in India, you know. So I do see how that,
although with talks like these ones, because I've also seen a couple of dark Indians come out to complain of how they're being misrepresented by Bollywood. I've seen a couple of dark Indians come out and say, hey, we are here, we exist, and it's not the way Bollywood is representing us. I feel like with more talks like these ones, people will start valuing what they have by bringing to light what has not been said for a long time. Yeah.
All right, guys, let us know what you think about this episode. We'd really like to hear from you. And let's just say this is where we start with reversing the anti-blackness campaign in different communities, you know. And hopefully people will learn to love each other.
Yeah,
because we have role models right now.
And so guys, let us know what you think about this episode. You can also consider subscribing if you've not subscribed to our channel, and we'll see you on our next episode.